Hello and welcome to the 69th episode of Out of State DMing. I'm your host, lluksblackheart, and joining me today are both my co hosts, LadyCelt and Boykin.
Hey, Satan.
And now I'm gonna be have that stupid song from Adventure Time stuck in my head for some reason.
Yeah.
I
Bacon
am.
pancakes.
Today I am Morticia.
Morticia. We're going to be starting on ninth level spells.
Okay.
Which is where some of the real chaos of spells come in. And the first one is freedom.
Yes,
This
because the
is
first 8 levels weren't chaos enough.
no, they weren't. But what freedom does is releases creature from imprisonment, which is pretty much if any technically anything that counts as imprisonment, like the spell. This is the spell used to counteract it, and technically it can release things from magical imprisonments. So it's
Oh,
Now, is it an
so
area of effect or a target spell?
target.
Okay. Because if it was an AoE, that could get bad really fast.
how did Vecna get loosed? Well,
I
So
may have,
let's do this.
cast freedom on him. Wait, what? Yes.
we were trying to free the paladin from the chains that bound him, and turns out Vecna's cell was right next door.
I may have, chosen the wrong target of the spell, and now I have an ass of a god going, you get one favor. And that favor is, you get to live, everyone else in your party gets to die. Because it's Vecna.
Well, you see, Button wouldn't have any problem with that because as long as it's not him that dies, he doesn't give a fuck about the rest of the party. It just happens to work for him right now.
I'm not the one dying, so I'm okay with this.
I play Button to be basically the opposite of my personality.
Yeah. But it is funny, the next spell is the spell that freedom is primarily designed to counter. Imprisonment. Entomb subject beneath the earth.
That sounds terrifying.
Hope you're not afraid of tight spaces.
Yeah, because now
I
you're
am
stuck in a
so
small tomb you can't get
claustrophobic.
out of. And freedom is primarily used to counteract that spell. Hence why it's releases creature from imprisonment.
So could you theoretically get started like Daffy Duck and or Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, rabbit season, duck season type of thing?
Yeah, pretty much like
imprison,
freedom, freedom, freedom. Pretty much until who decides to give up. But yeah, you can really get into fun, especially if you prep both of them in one day. You can imprison someone, leave them there for 24 hours. Next day, freedom them, and they go, oh, since you're not going to do what I want, or take this is what I want. Hey, look, imprisonment. Next day, freedom. You up for cooperating?
So in other words, in other words, how to give your enemies Stockholm syndrome?
Yes.
Yeah, that could be useful depending on who you got locked up.
Exactly. This is like, if I don't do this, I'm going back in the ground. If I do this, I stay out of the ground. I don't want to go
If I don't
there.
do this, I don't want to go back in the box.
I'm now claustrophobic.
God, I remember when Ian was little, he was like the opposite of claustrophobic. He was always shoving himself in the tiniest little, like he got in a cat carrier one day and shut the door.
Oh, that's bad.
And was laughing hysterically because I couldn't find him.
That's not good. The next spell is probably one of my favorite middle finger spells, especially when a bad guy does it to the party. Mornikaiden's Disjunction. It dispels magic and disenchants magical items.
Ooh.
It is the hey, if you're a spellcaster, make this will saving throw or lose all your spells for the day. Each one of your magical items has to also do the same saving throw, or it stops being magical. If you have any buffs on you, they're now gone. It's the
That could be pretty
ultimate
useful.
control delete to the party's magic. And if that's not bad enough, one of the bad guys I have access to has a Mordecai's Conjunction power that triggers every single turn. So just being too close to him, you're making
So
saves.
we make him travel with the non-magic users. We'll
So,
call you when we need you.
so that bad guy is like, hey, I have stuff you need because my ability's not hitting me, it's hitting everything else. But you need this. In order to get this, you have to kill me. In order to kill me, you actually need powerful magical stuff. Or this fight's gonna suck. So, how do you like not having any of your magical stuff? Because, every single turn, as a free action, it triggers. So it's a yay, yay. Here's the middle finger. Um, and it is the easiest way to get a lot of people to just get off the table and leave. Especially if there's magical items, they use whatever's higher, their enchantment bonus or the user's will saving bonus. And by the time you get to a point where something's using ninth levels, most of your magical items, if not all of them, are relying on their possessor's will saving throw. Which means there's a lot of people who have crappy saving throw modifiers, like your fighters, your barbarians. They're not will strong. They're like fortitude strong. So Mordecai's Injunction can take all the really good crap and just get rid of it. And now it's like, I hope you have all the right feats because there goes all your magical support. Bye.
That, yeah, especially if you like, rely on your magic user to do one thing that really helps the party out in like confrontations and stuff.
Yeah. It. One of the biggest rage quits I've seen with this particular spell wasn't a bad guy using it. It was a party member deciding that the Mind Flayer they were fighting didn't need to have any of his magical powers or any of his magical stuff, and his few minions that had a couple magical items didn't need that either. So he hit it in the room, not caring about who it hit, which also included him.
That's
So
not very smart.
yeah, the bad guys lost a bunch of magical stuff, but the party lost so much magical stuff, and the fight did not go their way still because a mind flayer doesn't necessarily need all of all of that magical stuff to still be a threat because a lot of its stuff isn't magical; it's psionic, which
It's just
unless the DM's using one of the optional rules where anti-magic stuff works on psionic stuff, which that's a complete optional rule. It's not a core rule. It means all the Mind Flayer psionic stuff was unaffected, but all the party members, including
okay.
the paladin with the Holy Avenger, that's no longer a Holy Avenger, just looks at him like,
Womp womp.
what? Uh,
it's that it's that womp womp.
yeah, simply because he went, I don't care how big their room's is, Mordecai's Conjunction. It's like a fireball is one thing, but yeah, that's a I'm gonna forever screw the party spell, not a oh you just took some damage spell.
Well, yeah.
Uh, yeah. The next spell is Prismatic Sphere. It works just as Prismatic Wall, but it surrounds, but it's surrounded on all sides. So it's a just as the name says, it's a ball of prismatic fuckery. That's just like with any prismatic stuff.
Is it like a magic disco ball?
Anything prismatic, technically, you can say is either disco related or rainbow related because it's multiple coat of colors, and depending on what is rolled on a die, depends on what color is activating. And instead of being stationary, that's just prismatic wall, prismatic sphere moves. So you have a rainbow ball of fuckery moving across the field, and anything it hits has a random effect trigger that's not good forever it hits. And it's also, just like with all AoE spells, same team Farva triggers. So you
Okay.
can
Same team Farva trigger.
Yeah, so you can pop it and have it move across part of a combat zone, and then you have multiple party members looking at you like you're an asshat, going, "It just moved through 3 of our squares." Yeah, but I hit 9 enemies with it. It's like, yes, but you also hit 3 of us with a prismatic fuckery. Why? It's like, does I want to hit enemies? Same team.
Well, we use them too.
Yeah.
It's true. It's like in it's like in Braveheart. Fire the archers. Well, we'll hit our people. Yeah, but we'll hit theirs too.
Exactly. The next spell is probably one of my favorite planar travel spells. Gate. It connects 2 planes for travel or for summoning, because you can use it to summon creatures from another plane. And it's really great for really reliable travel between 2 different planes of existence. For instance, the material plane and, let's say, the ethereal plane, or the plane of shadow, or one of the elemental planes. Or
Please keep in mind, if your DM is Lux, anytime you want to do extra dimension or extra dimensional traveling, you get a punishment.
Ooh, what kind of punishment?
In the core world I'm using, a lot of the worlds, no matter how you try to travel through it, if you go to certain worlds, you hit a wall, and it's the equivalent of, hey, yeah, that's a planar travel. You go here. Your character ceases to exist because this barrier is literally you're just hitting it, and your character's not surviving the impact.
Or my personal favorite one, hey, I want to take Shadow Walker or Shade Walk.
Shadow Walk.
Yeah, so now every time you do this, there's a dragon that's ever so closely getting closer to you, or ever so quickly getting closer to you because you're in its realm. All right, fuck you too, bud.
Hey, you can blame that on people getting the dragon's attention. The shadow
I didn't
dragons.
even get a chance. You didn't even let me take it because you were like, hey, yeah, you're going to get a dragon that comes after you. All right, we're not doing that today.
Well, the dragon wasn't actually your fault. It was someone else's fault, but you felt the repercussions because it more or less wanted the party, not just one person.
Which dipshit? You didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me it was because my party was a bunch of fucking mongoloids.
I want you to
I don't want to know.
guess.
Yeah, I've already guessed.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
can only be one of 2.
Oh, 1 or 2. Pick one. There's a good chance it was both. No. The next spell is a decent spell. I haven't really seen it used, mainly because people say it's stupid. Refuge. It alters an item to transport its possessor to you. Pretty much meaning you take whatever item it is, a ring, a sword, a suit of armor, an article of clothing, and at a particular point, whoever's in possession of it gets transported to you. It's I'm gonna go let you go out, be stupid, and at any point I feel you're in danger, I'm gonna activate refuge, and you're gonna teleport back to me. So you can let your rogue sneak off in the distance, and the moment you get a hint, any sort of flare that, hey, there's something wrong with the rogue, refuge. Are you happy I put that spell on that item now? or like same for like scouting parties. You let a party member or multiple just go out, do lots of scouting, spends full time taking hours to go away in that distance, and instead of spending out waiting additional hours for them to come back, you can go, time's hit, yay, now they're back to me.
So it's kind of like a summoning thing, like you can call it back to you.
Well, it teleports because it's mainly about getting the possessor to you, not necessarily the item.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's not an item retrieval; it's
So
more of whoever has this retrieval.
Okay.
this sounds a lot like one of my favorite lines from a game I play, and anybody who plays this game will understand this reference. It's the idiot leash.
Yes, it is. It is an idiot leash.
Yeah, that's definitely something I could use in my everyday life.
It's you walk into where the party is supposed to be meeting. You're like, hey, where's blah and blah and blah? They said they had to go run a few errands. Smart people going. Their errands usually end up with us suffering. Refuge. Hi, you three morons.
Why is it every time that they have errands to run, we end up with a bounty?
Pretty much. Or why do I miss a game session? Have no idea what's going on. Have no idea where they're at. Refuge. Hey, you morons. Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to find you. What do you mean the bad guy knows about us stuff here? What do you mean you guys did this? What do you mean you went somewhere for several years because you forgot about time differences on different locations?
What do you mean you're an idiot? Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Defend yourself all you want. It doesn't matter. You're still stupid.
Yeah. Room temperature IQ. You've reached it.
There are some people I know that would be a climb.
I know a lot of people who resemble that remark.
I know some people who that would be a compliment to them, is telling them they have room temperature IQ.
Yeah, because it's higher than it actually is.
Exactly.
Moving on. The next spell is, of course, Summon Monster level 9. That, again, works just like the rest, but you get to summon a more powerful creature. But still last only number of rounds equal to your caster level. Still nifty, but short-lived spell.
Okay.
I have a love-hate relationship with summon monster spells. Because they're only really good when you get high level. Mainly because being level 1 and summoning a creature and then going, yay, it's here for one round. It's gone. Well, there goes that one thing that was supposed to help us in combat. Crap. But when you're casting 9th level spells, you're going to be at least like 18th level. So that's almost 20 rounds of whatever it is they're being helpful. But it's still short-lived, and there's a chance people are going to be mad at what you summon, because there's people out there that if you summon certain things, they automatically think you're the bad guy and need to separate from the party because you summoned a demon. It's like, yeah, because I'm capable of summoning demons, and this demon beat the crap out of that thing there, and then sawed it off, and then went and fucked off because the spell wore off, and we won. Why are you mad?
I don't see that as a problem.
Yeah. Of course, me and Bacon know what people think when you summon something to help them.
I have a question for you guys that I think is funny. I know someone who plays in one of my groups.
Oh, no.
And this guy's, like, wife is telling him, because our party killed a whole bunch of orcs. Like, we killed all of them. Like Anakin Skywalker. Not just the men, but the women and the children, too. And it's like, you guys are evil. It's like, I don't know how evil I am. Button's an opportunistic fuck. If he can rob you or kill you, he's going to do it.
Do you want the truth of the matter, or do you want to
partially
illusion?
Huh?
Do you
My
want the
delusion.
yeah you do you want to sit in your delusion, or do you want the truth of the matter?
You're
The truth
evil.
of the matter is that it probably is evil, but
No, it's not
You
probably. It
killed
is.
children.
Murdering of children is evil. It does not matter if it's an orc, a goblin. Murdering of children is an evil act. It does not matter what your cause or reason is. If your reason is, well, they're orcs, well, that makes your character a particular R word and still evil. Women, when it comes to orcs, is were they elderly? Were they
oh
pregnant?
no, they
Were
were
they
fighting
sick?
us.
If they were
They were fighting
fighting
us.
you, then killing women technically isn't evil because they were fighting you. It's like, were they sick? Were they elderly? Were they defenseless women that just had to put their hands
No,
up?
no, no. It
If
wasn't
they
that. It
if
was
they
we were
had a
killing armed
weapon,
people.
you're kind of
They
in the
decided to
good.
throw hands.
Yeah, it's like if they have a weapon, you're in the good. If they were monks and they threw hands, you're in the good. But if they were just throwing hands because they didn't have access to weapons, you're technically killing unarmed women. It's this same thing if you're killing unarmed men.
Yeah, no, everybody had a weapon.
Yeah. But killing
Well
kids
then,
while it had a weapon or not, evil act.
Okay, good to know.
That's evil.
Not that Button cares,
Yeah.
but
Button may not care, but it means he's evil now. That's a direct alignment shift evil for killing children. If you have a paladin in your group and he took part in it, he's now evil and loses all his paladin stuff. Every party member that took part in that slaughter is evil.
not. My mommy says I'm not.
Yeah. And if you're, like I said,
oh, my mom would never say that about me.
yeah,
My
if
mom
you're
would
using
definitely.
the reasoning of, well, they're orcs, I'm not gonna use the R word because it could possibly get me in trouble. But yeah,
Right.
capital R.
Sandwich
Yeah,
chest out.
and people get upset, but it's like okay, first of all, everybody, gnomes don't exist except in the garden center, and orcs don't exist. We're talking about shit that doesn't exist. It's like, why aren't you mad at the tooth fairy?
Well, rather than that, we're talking about fictional races or not. That R word can get people in trouble because it's
Yep, it certainly can.
yeah. But it's definitely one of those things that if you're using the reasoning for butchering an entire people of, oh, it's this.
Now the edition that we're playing, that my elf ranger has they have like a chosen enemy or something.
Sorry.
My chosen
okay. Yeah, I was like, can you repeat that? Because I didn't quite catch what you're getting there.
Okay. Now some race, like I play an elf in one of my games, and it has his chosen enemies. His chosen enemies are hobgoblins. Now, my elf, being an elf, he let the women and the children go.
Which is good.
And he even let the man go on the condition they left.
Yeah. Even when it comes to racial bias from class features or certain races looking at other races and going, no, let's not. To a certain degree, you can try to get as much leverage or support to not go evil, but it all depends on what exactly you're saying, what words you're using. Otherwise, it's still technically crossing the line. And one of the big things Astro.
What?
Astro just left a message. We talked about this. I'm not your dad.
I can't see what's going on. I can't see the chat. What's going on? You okay?
Yeah, rude. Well, it's Twitch chat. Well, Twitch has a way of hitting people for things.
Oh, okay.
And if you use certain verbiage,
And that's why we come up with stuff like cordless hole punchers and things like that.
well, it's certain
Quite literally,
verbiage.
It's the difference between forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, and ooh, Daddy, I'm sorry, I made a fucky wucky.
Yeah.
Which is, I have a horrible fear of dementia setting in or whatever, and I actually go into the confessional and do that. Like, I'm sorry, Daddy, I've been bad.
Yeah, see, that right there
and just
could
like
possibly
that,
get me in trouble.
Right.
No, it really wouldn't. But it's a funny thought.
It is a funny thought. But certain things that if a moderator for any reason decides to check chat history and they see people using certain words, they'll start digging further, and it can.
And that's only. This is only if your chat is not set up for 18 plus.
Yeah.
Which is why I make sure if I am streaming, it is always 18 plus.
Yeah. And as far as I know, it's 18 plus, but I'm not an expert on Twitch stuff. So there's some times where I slip up on verbiage, but then there's other times I'm like, no, and my input volume won't stop trying to drop. Because it hates me. See, Nerd just said that he doesn't see marked 18 plus, which means after this I'm gonna have to do some digging on how to make sure it's marked 18 plus.
You do it in the settings while streaming. You're welcome.
In the settings while streaming. Is it under tags?
No, it should be its own.
Contact classification?
Content classification.
Okay, I'm not doing politics. I don't do that. Don't do gambling.
Do it.
Significant profanity or vulgarity.
We do that a lot.
Sexual themes.
I was gonna say, I just need that tattooed, like right here.
Does violent and graphic depictions count?
I have to. No, because you're not doing violent and graphic depictions.
You're not. You have to describe.
I'm not going to lie with what Chuck said. I almost made a comment that definitely would have gotten you in trouble. And as your moderator, it definitely would have been a bad look.
We don't do intoxication or excess tobacco use.
Did you go ahead and apply that? So I can make this comment in the chat.
You mean drugs, intoxication, or excess tobacco use?
We're not doing any of that.
Okay,
I need the vulgarity and profanity, Phil. I need the
significant profanity or vulgarity. I hit that. The sexual themes.
Okay, now just accept it so I can make this goddamn comment. Good.
I thought I didn't hit sexual themes, but sexual themes are apparently there.
Great. So, to clarify, Chuck, this is not a school.
Pretty sure I don't want to know.
He said I can't be here because it's not 18 plus.
Okay.
Well, I'm currently not seeing the thing that it specifically states for content classification.
It would be anybody who jumps in. They'd have to accept it to view the channel, to view the stream.
Okay.
They'd have to agree to viewing 18 plus content.
Well, I didn't see a mark for 18 plus content. It only. I don't know why
It's not. It's not.
registered
It would
theme.
if
So,
you
yeah, but,
mark any of those,
okay.
it marks your stream as 18 plus.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay,
Bro.
Okay, yeah, so far it's saying there. But yeah, there's certain things that I don't want to get hit for and stop going down.
Right.
And this isn't particularly aimed at one particular person, just several people in the past have particularly tried to use certain verbiage, and they've been told, yeah, no, it's not. Because like, I don't want to get hit for something, so please don't.
Right.
But trying to
Now,
move
if it was
on.
my own entity, I would do whatever, but it's not.
But let's move on past Summon Monster 9. And thank you for that, Bearded.
Oh, motherfucker. Call me Bearded one more time.
Bacon.
You have a beard?
I do, but so okay. Not you. He needs to change his name.
So the problem is that there's two of us in our friend group. There is a bearded walrus, and my bacon bits.
So you could be mistaken for someone else. I get it.
We sound the same. So Jacob's brain here for the last 10 years now cannot fucking differentiate between bearded and bacon when we're talking. So bearded is bacon and bacon is bearded.
But bacon is bearded. You said you had a beard.
Yeah, and bearded is bacon because he eats bacon. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? We're individual people.
Yeah, but my brain doesn't want to
straight, okay?
difference because it's
also nerds, we are discussing 9th level spells currently for the sorcerer and wizard.
Yeah. 9th. But yeah, my brain doesn't like to separate the two. It likes to pretend they're the same person despite it's like, the words there are where the bacon.
Hey, man.
Not where the beard.
Who's the other voice?
His name is Bacon.
His voice sounds familiar.
Okay. Where are you at, Bacon?
I am living in Pennsylvania, actually.
Oh, where at?
The Scranton area.
Okay, I was just wondering because my husband thought he recognized your voice, and we live down kind of by Philly, and he does play a lot of game. He plays like in town, on Mondays and stuff. So.
Okay, yeah. I'm up in the Scranton area.
Yeah, we're down by, well, like you said, I'm in Pottstown, if you know where that is.
I do know where that is, actually.
Yeah. So what is our next spell, Jacob? Because
next spell.
I'd like to, so I can hijack
circle.
it. Ooh, that sounds good. Can I help you?
It teleports any creature inside the, obviously, circle to the designated spot. So it's kind of like a huge group teleportation. And it can work on a certain degree of random stuff, too. So you can use it to transport large amounts of random crap, not just people. But it's one of those things that instead of, hey, everyone hold hands as I teleport, or hey, everyone needs to be somehow touching me, it's a... if you're in the circle...
I have to touch you now?
We can go.
You can just...
That also means that if a bad guy wants to set up some sort of trap where they teleport the party somewhere, they can set up a teleportation circle, the party steps on the teleportation circle, and voila! The party is now teleported several hundred to several thousand miles away, like over the ocean in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the Arctic, in the middle of a desert, in the Tarask layer.
That would be bad. That would be quite unhealthy.
Anywhere where you can specifically go, I wanted to go here because I know this is going to bone them. Now, vice versa, if a party sets this up and they can lure a monster to it, they can teleport the monster away. Now, you have to remember there is a will saving throw to resist it, and if you're teleporting a monster or a bad guy to get them away from the area, you have to remember that there's a good chance they're going to return. So if you're trying to go, we defeated the monster, but you secretly teleported it far away, you're either making it someone else's problem, or it eventually is going to return, going, you're not going to do that again. And now the party is labeled a big fat liar because they didn't defeat the monster. They just delayed how long it's going to take for the monster to seek horrible vengeance upon the area. Because yes, people try to do that. The next spell is Foresight. It's a 6th sense. Warns of impending danger. Now, this spell is pretty useful because it warns you of impending danger. But here's the catch-22 of what the DM determines as impending danger.
Okay.
Because it can be anything from, hey, there's this impending danger. What? Well, since there's a chance that every time the the fighter pulls out a sword, because a lot of people grab the scalpel when they pull out their sword. Well, there's a chance he cuts his hand.
Okay.
That counts as impending danger.
So that could make him have to use that to.
It could waste the foresight.
Right.
It could be, hey, impending danger. Someone's gonna trip on a random route and hit their head on a rock. It can literally be anything that counts as some form of danger. Not just, hey, the big elder dragon's about ready to, teleport in and decide that you and everyone around you needs to die. It's not always going to be that. It's anything that technically counts as a danger and how much of a dick the DM's going to be.
Jacob, we just got good news. We just got fantastic news.
Oh, no.
Maddie has just had her baby. Player 4 has entered the chat.
Player 4 has entered
the chat.
Vixen has just had her baby.
That is good.
Yay!
Yeah, so that's great news. Congratulations on existing, little one.
Congratulations!
Congratulations on being
Welcome to the world. It's weird.
Welcome to the joys and pains of motherhood.
Actually, this is her second, so she already knows.
Oh, good. So she has experience.
Yeah, you don't remember Vixen, Pixie's friend Vixen?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, she's got the other child who is roughly 10 years of age.
Yeah, so she definitely has experience in the field of being a parent. So
yes.
Kudos.
Yay!
That's great. World population up by 1.
Yep, we just got the she just put a message into our group chat.
Cool.
That is excellent. I hope they celebrate responsibly.
Well, she's still in the hospital, so do I.
Yeah, that's great. Speaking of great, is the
excuse me.
Dominate Monster. As the Dominate Person spell, but it affects any creature that it's capable of affecting, which means undead and constructs are still out of the picture, and technically vermin are too, because they're immune to those things. but it means you can look at any monster and go, hey, dominate, because I hit dominate monster. So if you want to get technical, hypothetically, if all the checks pass, you can use dominate monster on the Tarask. You just have to pass all the checks, and it has to fail all its checks. But you can technically dominate one of the most feared creatures in D&D. Because why not? So that can be a very effective spell to get certain creatures to do or not do certain things because, hey, you're mine now. So that's a very great, powerful spell.
Does it work on teenagers?
No.
Yes, it does, but to a limited degree
Really?
because they're teenagers. They're prone to, for some weird reason, automatically break free of the dominate because they're teenagers. Don't ask me why teenagers work that way. It's like they automatically each day get a free reroll. The next spell is Mass Hold Monster. It's a it's a 30-foot AoE spell. So it can affect allies. And if you remember anything about any of the hold spells, it's kind of like, hey, look, red light, green light. I said red light, so everyone freezes. This is one of the spells that I haven't seen used that much, and the main way I've seen it used has been people hitting other party members with it, knowing that they're going to fail. And knowing that the monsters they're fighting either are immune to it, like iron golems, or have really good saving throws, so the party members end up staring at the sorcerer like, dude, stop it with these stupid spells. Because now the monsters are having free turns smacking you because you're stuck, and the wizard won't dismiss the stupid spell. Because I got one of them out of the 9.
Yeah.
But I got one, and that one can't do anything. The party of 5 going, yes, but 3 of us can't do anything. And that's the 3 currently being curb stomped because they are technically not able to defend themselves or do anything. So we're about ready to lose the frontline fighters because you won't release them from the spell.
He wants to hedge his bets.
Yeah, and it doesn't end well because those people died. Then it's the wizard and the sorcerer going, wizard looking at sorcerer going, I hate you for that. I truly do. Don't ask me why I know these scenarios. I swear I have not had to live through them.
Yeah.
The next spell, it's a spell that, if triggered, can and will literally total party wipe an entire party. Because it's another same team Farva. Power word kill. The only way to survive this spell, other than getting really good on your saving throw, is have more than 100 hit points.
That takes a minute.
Yeah, so the primary people who usually by this point have over 100 hit points are a mixture of high con and high hit die, as in the fighters who have die 10s, the paladins who have die 10s, the barbarian who has a die 12. They're the ones most likely they're going to have over 100 hit points because they're also high con based classes. The other ones probably won't have over 100 hit points. I say this from experience of a person going, don't worry, we're going to win this fight. Power word kill. It's like, can you not? This is turn 5 of the fight. Everyone's down on hit points, and you just killed us. Because when it says 100 or less hit points, it doesn't mean max. It means current. So even if you do have a party with multiple people that have over 100 hit points max, if they've taken enough damage to hit 100 or less, which can easily happen when when you reach high level points, because again you have to be at least like 18th level to cast this spell, so you're fighting pretty potent things or a lot of things that are going to be doing damage. So the odds of everyone in the group having 100 or less hit points a few rounds in is highly likely. So when you power word kill, which this can and will affect other party members, you can end up being the last man standing because everyone there just failed the saving throws for a 9th level insta-kill spell because everyone has not enough hit points to be considered immune to it. I say that because I've witnessed it happen, especially when the monster they're fighting has hundreds of hit points, and it's only round 5, and the party hasn't done hundreds of damage to it. So the monster survives. And everyone else is dead except for the person who casts the spell going, why didn't it work on the monster? Because the monster has over 300 hit points, and the party's done 75.
Yeah.
It's like, this ain't gonna work.
Simple answer. You're stupid.
Yeah, simple answer. You're stupid. I've probably said this before, and I'll probably say it again. 9 out of 10 times when a spell goes awry and ends up screwing the party over, it's either because the caster is stupid or the caster wants to ruin the game for everyone.
Or both.
Yeah, or both. They're stupid and don't care if they ruin the game for everyone. So just with a lot of the whole mass hold monster spells, the mass hold monster spell, or any other mass spell or multi-targeting spell in previous levels, a lot of people don't understand why people get mad at them when certain spells like Power Word Kill negatively affects multiple party members because it's like, dude, we love the fact you have powerful spells. We love the fact you're using powerful spells. But can you stop using ones that also, kill us? In one of the epic level campaigns I played in years ago, one of the party members got pissed off because stuff wasn't dying with his power word kill. And he had enough spells per day to cast it 3 times. So for 3 rounds in a row, he was casting it. And it wasn't until it wasn't until another party member called shot throat, confirmed critical hit his throat to kill him, that he actually stopped, because he killed most of the party and not the iron golems.
Yeah.
Because
he was a special kind of douche.
It's like, I don't care if it's affecting you guys. I'm trying to kill the monsters. It's like, they're iron golems. You should know better. This isn't going to affect an iron golem because it's a construct. It's going to look at your death effect and laugh if it actually had the capacity to laugh. It's going to work. No, you took a party of 9 and turned it into a party of 3. Stop. We can resurrect them. You killed the cleric.
What are you doing, you weirdo?
Yeah.
The dog just got up on the bed because apparently the cats were on the bed and that's not allowed.
Yeah. But moving on from PTSD from certain spells, it's a spell that I haven't really seen used really at all. Bigby's Crushing Hand. It's similar to Bigby's Clenched Fist. A large hand that can provide cover, pushes, or crushes your foes. So it's pretty much a 9th level version of the 8th level spell, Bigby's Clenched Fist, of here's a 9th level pimp slap from from a spectral hand. And because it's a 9th level spell, it has all the 9th level goodies. So it's another, I'm either going to get cover from it, push enemies away, or just, smack them like they're bugs. So it's another really good combat spell. That could have been used on so many occasions. The next spell is a spell that a lot of people prefer other AoE spells for some stupid reason, because they think it's better than this one. And this one is Meteor Swarm. There's people look at the damage and go, I have other AoE damage spells that do more damage. Well, Meteor Swarm does 6d6 fire damage, which is pretty decent. It also has a 40-foot radius burst. Well, my brain just farted on whether it's 20 or 40. Well, it has a nice AoE effect. Now, if you're thinking, why would a 9th level spell only do 6d6 damage? Well, because technically, it doesn't. It does more than that. Because when you cast Meteor Swarm, 4 exploding spheres detonate somewhere within where you designate them. You can hit them, have them all hit the same location, or 4 separate locations. So you can hit a larger affected area. So if there's a large group of spread out enemies, instead of one fireball only hitting a portion of them, you can Meteor Swarm and hit the entire thing. If there's one person or just a bunched up group of enemies, you can have all 4 of them hit the same location. It is 4 separate reflex saving throws, and collectively it's 24 die 6 damage, making it
That's useful.
far more effective than a fireball that does max 10 die 6. In order for a fireball to be more effective, you have to add meta magic feats to it. This, if you get the right rod, like the greater rod of maximizing, you're just maximizing the damage. But unlike a fireball that's still 10 die 6, here's 24 die 6. And because for every set of 6 is a separate saving throw, there's 4 chances of failure and success. Meaning some of them are going to do full damage, some of them are going to do half damage. But it's still hilarious to go, I'm still doing more damage with this one spell than that person is with that single fireball. Because they have to do stuff to make that fireball still as effective as this. So it's a better artillery spell than fireball is. There's, again, 4 target zones instead of just 1. And just a greater number of die 6, therefore a greater number of damage. So it is still one of my favorite spells. Especially when people go, it sucks, and then it gets used on them and they realize, I was wrong, and why would you do that? Because like I said before, there's certain spells a lot of people think that enemies should never have because of how effective they are, like Mordecai's Junction or Meteor Swarm, because they're super effective spells and they think that only players should have access to them. This is definitely one of those. Because people go from it sucks to, okay, it's little OP, and why is the bad guy using it? We should be the only ones using it. And this is definitely one of the spells that if a certain someone were to have had access to 9th level spells, he probably would have used and abused this a little too much.
Because I'm a dick doesn't mean anything, all right? We get the idea. I'm an asshole. I know.
No, I'd be using it like Oprah, and you get fire damage, and you get fire damage.
You get a meteor. You get a meteor. Everyone gets a meteor.
Okay, so to be fair,
Tell them what I did to you guys.
I just really liked fire spells.
Yeah, but you still use them responsibly in conjunction to other people who just don't seem to give a shit.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of a relative assumption, but sure.
Yeah.
How many times did I set the forest on fire?
0. Just by
No,
trying.
no. It was no. I set it on fire. It's just that our shaman was able to use create water to keep it from not burning.
Oh, you mean it doesn't count because you went, hey, counter this. Fire. Water. Yay,
Yeah,
counter.
no, I still set it on fire.
But like I said, it was immediately countered. So therefore, you couldn't really say, I lit the forest on fire because it was immediately being put out. Compared to
Okay,
other
just because it
people
didn't.
who are like, oh, you can just put it out as they light other massive fires continuously with the person going, I only have one create water prepped. Can you stop? No, because we have to destroy things. And yes, that's how you start a massive forest fire. And end
All
up
right, so they're
having
stupid. What
all
do you
the
want me to
nature
tell you?
gods going, no, you don't get any of this stuff anymore. Stupid first not being stupid. But the next spell is Shades. Sounds nifty, but it works just like as Shadow Conjuration, but it's up to 8th level spells and only 80% real. So it's another, I'm going to mimic up to an 8th level evocation spell, but only 80% of it's going to be effective. And even though like a lot of people still like to use this spell, I'm going to say what I've in previous episodes. If I'm going to use an evocation spell, I want it to be full capacity, not any less. So mimicking a 8th level evocation spell, but only 80% of it is going to be effective. No, that doesn't sound appealing. That's 20% decrease. It's like a polar ray, but only 80% of it actually works because only 80% of it's real. I'd rather just have a full polar ray or, meteor swarm someone. Because unless you're trying to go for a particular niche, to me it's like, why take that spell? But there's people out there that would argue against it because they like illusion spells and they like taking spells like that, and let them have their fun. The next spell is Weird. That's literally what it's called. Weird. It works just as Phantasmal Killer, but affects all within a 30-foot radius. Now, if you're unfamiliar, don't remember Phantasmal Killer. Phantasmal Killer is if you fail the saving throw, you die. If you pass, you take a bunch of damage. This is it has a chance to insta-kill you, but it's everyone within a 30-foot radius of where the spell goes off. So it's not just that person dies, it's everyone able to be affected by the spell dies. So that's a lot of fun, especially when you get people refusing to play with other people because they kill off the entire party because they decide that the game needs to end. Yes, I've witnessed that. Because that's something that has actually happened. Because there is points where people go, okay, we can't go any further, despite what the party wants to do. We just need to end the game by end of the campaign, despite whatever the DM has done to make the game still playable and stuff for people to do. They go, nope, I'm ending it. How? Well, they all trust all the spells I cast on them. Therefore, they're not resisting any of the spells I cast on them. Because I've conditioned them in and out of game for the past year. Yeah, so they're not going to resist this buff spell I'm casting on everyone. What do you cast? Weird. And since they all trust me, therefore they're foregoing all the saving throws, they just all instantly die. Campaign's over, let's start something new. It's like, what? Why?
Why?
What the fuck? It's like, yeah. Oh, plus if they decide that, I wouldn't have, so I'm gonna boom. Here's all this stuff I've stacked to make my DCs high. So they need nat 20s to pass this. It's like,
Good luck on that.
But why? Oh, we played long enough. We need to start something new. It's like, but why? So then that spell has made many people cry and refuse to play with certain people because of that. The next spell is Astro Projection. It projects you and companions onto the astral plane. If memory serves, you're not actually on the astral plane, but you're projected, so you can actually do minor exploration or just surveillance of the astral plane. Which sounds like fun until you realize that you're technically only projected there, not actually there, so any cool loot you may or may not find becomes somewhat mute because you're not actually there to retrieve it. Once we get to the actual spell itself, we'll be able to do the guidelines of what the party can and cannot do because of the spell, but that's for a future episode. And speaking of future episodes, despite having some spells left on the 9th level spell slot, we have reached the end of the episode.
Okay.
So next episode, we will be covering the last 7 spells of 9th level.
Stay here, but you can't. You don't have to leave, but you can't stay here. Get out.
Pretty
Okay.
much.
Well, I will see everybody next week. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
See you, LadyCelt.
So thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you next week for more spell shenanigans.